I'm dropping my 2 cents on last night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we are going to get into today's episode of that 90 Days spinoff, Love in Paradise, the Caribbean. Listen, we need to get into these deets. Let's run the intro. Let's go. Let me tell you guys something. It is a good day to have a good day. I mean, last night, right, when I did the podcast last night, and I told you guys that I actually wanted Deontay after Love on the show Love After Lockup. And let me tell you, remember I told you guys I wasn't afraid to shoot my shot. So that's exactly what I did. I shot my shot. I asked Deontay to be my first interview, and he said he'll be happy to do it, but it has to go through WeTV, of course. So if you guys are new here and you want to see my Phatgyrlsnoop shenanigans, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I want WeTV to see all the fabulousness that you get to see. And for all my A1 from day one snoopers, I really, really appreciate you guys' support. I mean, without you guys, I don't even have the bravery to come up here and do this. I mean, people think this is easy. Getting in front of a camera behind a microphone is easy. It's not easy. I mean, most of the bloggers, it's very rare that you will see their face. They always behind the avatar. So shout out to those YouTube content creators, the bloggers especially, that are not afraid to come up in front of this camera, because I mean it's not for the weak. All right, so let's talk Love and Marriage Huntsville. Listen, I don't know what to make about this new castmate, Tiffany, Mel's friend that she bought on. And and like I've said in my numerous podcasts, these friends to the show are getting really, really out of pocket. Well, I guess she's not a friend to the show, because Love and Marriage Huntsville pretty much threw her husband onto the opening credits like we weren't supposed to notice that, and threw Destiny on there, and we don't understand why, because her love is no longer in Huntsville. But hey, it is what it is. So we pick up on Tiffany basically telling Destiny that there was another woman at her ex-husband's, now ex-husband's award show. Now, Destiny and her husband, I keep forgetting his name, but he is some sort of, he has some kind of chicken franchise in Huntsville. And him and Destiny only been married for a year. They got married after she got pregnant. She had the baby, and they basically divorced after. Now, she never did get into it why they did actually divorce, which I don't know. That's why I don't understand why she is on the show. It's no shade. It's no shade, Destiny, but I just don't understand why you are on the show if it's supposed to be about couples. That's just my opinion. But so Tiffany claims that she wasn't trying to be funny when she mistaken Destiny for the other woman at the award show. Destiny gets upset. They're at her birthday dinner. She gets upset. She goes to the bathroom. And, she's wondering us, why would, Tiffany bring that up? I believe that maybe Tiffany was, kind of, pushed by the producers to be some type of I don't know, deterrent. I don't know how else to say it, because I don't understand. Like, that's not what you would say to somebody when you first meet them. You know good. Oh, she claims that she didn't know that her Destiny's ex-husband, that they were married. She said that she had no idea. Now, here is where I think Mel is messy. I don't know if you guys caught that, but Mel is very, very messy. She stays trying to, interrogate these women like, hey, is your husband cheating on you? Is your husband cheating on you? I mean, she practically told Tisha that, Marceau be out there in them streets. Then when he says that he's in meetings, that he's really meeting with someone else, and she made that perfectly clear to Tisha. That's why I don't understand. It's the fake friendships for me on this show. It's the fake friendships for me on this show. When someone shows you their true colors, Tisha, believe them. Okay? But yeah, Mel was basically questioning Destiny, like, oh, was he cheating on you? Was he cheating on you? And Destiny, of course, says no, he was not cheating on me. I wouldn't put it past nobody, girl. But hey, if you believe that, okay. So Destiny, Mel was like, well, if he wasn't cheating on you, girl, you don't gotta worry about who that lady was that was, at, his award ceremony that wasn't you, that this lady mistaked you for. I just see the messiness in Mel. Okay? She's like, shit, if Martell, if he cheated on me, shit, all your husbands is for the streets. Next, she's gonna come at Kimmy. I'm waiting for that. Okay, so then, that was enough. And then the girl Tiffany said, we come to find out that this so-called run-in with one of his Destiny ex-husband's mistresses was like 4 years ago. And then, again with this woman Tiffany, she confronts Kimmy about her stepson Monster getting caught in a bathroom at school smoking vape. Monster was in 8th grade at the time. And Kimmy is looking like a deer in headlights because she says she had no idea what the woman was talking about. So she's like this. Like, what? So apparently Maurice did not tell her about Monster vaping in the bathroom. But we're going to get on that part in a minute. So then, like, Marceau lands in Houston. They're doing that Black in the Bottle champagne premiere, and so they landed in Houston. Tisha was already there, so he goes up in the hotel room, and Tisha is all in her black lingerie, with her little high heels, her little pumps, her little robe dropped on one of her shoulders. So she goes to the door and she thinks that Marceau is gonna like take pick her up and throw her on the bed and just make sweet passionate love to her. And did Marceau do that? Honey, when Marceau and her was sitting on that bed, all he could talk about was business. He wanted to make sure that everything ran smoothly with this new champagne premiere. And Tisha's like, look, yeah, we could talk about that later. Just enjoy the moment. And he's like, I am enjoying the moment. And that's why I came here, because it's about business. It's about us making this money off of this champagne. So Tisha's like, So then, Tisha was telling him that, she was going shopping for her look at this premiere. And he's like, how much did you spend? And she's like, oh, well, I got some stylists, shopping consultants that, and he's like, okay. How much are you spending? He was like, as a matter of fact, let me give them a call so I can let them know how much y'all need to be spending. And she's like, oh, you don't gotta worry about that, Marcel. I got this. So basically, Marcel was not interested in getting his groove on. Marcel was not interested in getting that poom poom. Marcel was there for business, okay? No loving going on. So then we have to sit down with Kim and Maurice. We find out that Kimmy feels like when it comes to Monster that her, she's not being heard as a step parent. She says she always, gives ideas and she's not being heard by Maurice. She did confront Maurice about the Monster situation, vaping in the bathroom. Of course, Maurice was mad. I don't know if he was more mad the fact that he didn't tell her, because that was kind of a big deal that he didn't mention that to her. So I'm like, Maurice, I thought that you was one of the solid ones on this show, but if you're hiding that, that's just my fat girl 2 cents. I ain't gonna put no stuff out there, but you was one of the solid ones that I was looking at on this show. But he was pretty mad about Tiffany letting the world know about his son's situation, because he didn't want that stigma out there that his son dates. But I can't help to think that because he just became a lawyer, that he doesn't want his stigma being effed up. Could be wrong, but I'm just saying. Also, we found out that Tisha thinks that Kimmy is going to somehow steal their plans for Scott Manor. Now, we all know that Kimmy is dead set against building on that plot. So Tisha and Marcel met with one of the developers, contractors, whatever you want to call it, and they're sitting down with him and they're basically ironing out the details. And we find out that the reason why that this Scott Manor house, mansion, whatever, was being delayed was because of Tisha's closet and the fact that Marcel wants a bigger garage because he plans to get more cars in the future. And then we hear to me, I heard, it's just my 2 cents, a little bit of animosity when Tisha was talking about Kimmy, saying that, telling the contractor, well, you guys got to sign the NDA agreement because I don't want nobody discussing on what we building on Scott Manor's plot, because I know that Kimmy and Maurice is going to steal our ideas and whoop-de-whoop and whoop-de-whoop. Girl, I don't see Kimmy doing that. I see Kimmy getting as far away from you as possible as far as the liver situation. That's just my opinion. Kimmy ain't saying it. I said it for Kimmy. And speaking of Kimmy, she talks to her son Jalen. He got his first condo. Of course, we hear again that he feels like he's overworked. He is a manager at Marcel and Tisha's champagne lounge. Is called Black. They basically threw him in there. They threw him in there into the sharks, and he didn't know how to swim. He has no managerial experience, and he's been basically begging them to get help. Get him help so he could actually, have hands-on-hands training. And we have yet to see that. I guess he finally broke through to Marcel, so I hope that Marcel does get him help. But he's telling his mother that he feels overwhelmed because every time something bad happens at that restaurant, he gets the blame because, of course, he is the front lines because he is the general manager. And he said he works 6 to 7 days a week. And then Kimmy said, I really hope that they hear you this time, but also I feel like they are setting you up for failure. And I don't think it's failure. I just think that Marceau and Tisha, keep getting her name mixed up. Sorry, Tisha. I don't think that they want to put in that money to hire somebody to train the young man. I mean, Marceau says it's about family, family ownership and all that. I agree, but I also agree that you guys are not willing to fork out the money to get this man some help because you guys are too busy having these launches and having these Scott Manors being built and not and all the other business ventures that Marceau was into. So, they need to get this man some help. I mean, okay, so let's see. We also saw the black chocolate in the bottle champagne launch. I do believe that OWN was behind this launch because all we saw a handful of people. And we also saw the cast of Ready to Love, that, as you know, is based in Houston. We also saw Nephew Tommy, which brings to point to why Kyra was there. So Kyra, the sexy one in the red dress, the one that was on Ready to Love, that she was like some type of vixen. And remember, I was telling you guys last week that, most of the men on Ready to Love, was trying to get with Kyra. And, she didn't leave with nobody. But, so she's there. And I'm thinking, okay, now this is where we're going to find out what's good. Marceau's going around, greeting everybody, how you doing, and this and that. And talks to Nephew Tommy, talks to Nephew Tommy's wife, working around the room. And there we see Kyra standing next to Marceau. Now, I don't know if it was some camera cuts, if it was some editing. I don't know, but Tisha, I don't see what you saw. I don't see what made you go out to the balcony and cry. I didn't see Marceau say anything to Kyra. I didn't even see Kyra stare at Marceau with googly eyes. I don't see what you saw. Somebody please correct me in the comments. Did I miss something? Because I rewinded it, came back, rewinded it, came back. I did not see no interaction with these two whatsoever. So I don't understand why Tisha was crying on the damn balcony. I mean, Marceau goes out on the balcony and they go on the balcony and her and Marceau's talking and she's like, oh, I see the way that woman in the red dress was looking at you. Where, sis? Where? And she's outside like this, not trying to mess her makeup up, like crying like that. Girl, stop it. Nobody was checking for Marceau at that launch, man. Come on. You couldn't even get a tear out. You couldn't even get a tear out because that was a reach. Okay? That was a reach. Ain't nobody checking for Marceau. I think he was more crying because he was all dressed up, had the wig done, at the hotel waiting for your man to come from his long flight from Alabama to Houston. And you was all dressed up in your lingerie. And that man ain't want no pom-pom. that man was not interested in getting it on. Okay? So Then we have the meetup between Kimmy and Maurice and Monster's mom and stepdad. They're finally meeting for the first time, all four of them in one room. It's Monster's graduation. And so it's Maurice and Kimmy sitting there waiting for them. And then Maurice starts to look at his watch. Oh, I have a meeting with an attorney. The meeting starts in 7 minutes, and I gotta go. I mean, I've been waiting too long. I gotta go. You can handle this. You can handle this. And she's like, how you expect for me to handle this when I tell you suggestions and I bring up ideas? You shoot them down because you just shoot them down. You don't listen to me. You don't seek my advisement, but you want me to cover for you when it's convenient for you. Is what I got out of it. It's what I got out of Kimmy was trying to say. So then we leave the episode at Kimmy waiting for Monster's mom and stepdad to come in. So that's pretty much what happened in Love and Marriage Huntsville. I am glad that they finally gave that Mel and Martell Holt fight situation thing. I'm glad they gave that a rest because I was really, really tired of hearing about it. We've heard about it all over the blogs. It's been everywhere. We know he has another baby. I mean, I'm just so happy that they finally, you know. So that was a good thing about that. Yes, let me know what you guys think about last night's episode. And what would you rate it? 1 being whack and 5 meaning fire. Well, let me tell you guys something. I rate this a freaking 2. A 2. You want to know why? Because of all these reached out storylines. I don't know if it's own. I don't know if it's them. But, you know, there's much more to these couples than what they're showing us. So I need more. Yes, as you can see, we are in paradise. You guys know what that means. That means we're going to have to talk about today's episode of Love in Paradise. This 90-day, in the Caribbean, this 90-day fiancés spinoff that absolutely got me hooked, line and sinker. Okay, so you know, I'm not going to go scene by scene because that's not just what I do. I'm just going to go by couple by couple. Let's start with Martine and Steven. So finally, we get to see Steven's family. They all sit down to a dinner with Steven's mom and dad and his brother and sister. And they're asking all the hard questions about their relationship. And, you know, just like Steven couldn't answer questions to your family, Martine, you couldn't really answer their questions from his family. So you, just like how he was like blankly staring, he didn't know how to answer your family, your mom and dad, as they was grilling him. They didn't, like I told you last week, that her family does not like the fact that he is a DJ, and they never met this guy in person. They pretty much met over a FaceTime or a Zoom call or WhatsApp, but they never met the guy in person. And she is introducing, you know, her family. Well, they introduced to each other's family at the first time. And so, you know, Martine basically told them that, you know, she's ready to get married, and she doesn't know how, you know, how Steven feels. And Steven is just looking like, you know, he couldn't believe that his family was asking all the hard questions because, you know, to his family, like, hey, you know, you guys are getting kind of serious. Like, it's been like 3 years already. So they have a little sit down and whatnot. And we can see that clearly the honeymoon phase is over with these two. The one thing about these two that just gets on my nerves, preferably Martine is that I feel like, you're forcing the guy to want to marry you, although you guys were not in a committed relationship. You guys, it was just a fling. For what I understand, that you go on vacation, y'all chop it up. It was nothing really serious. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I'm really into this dude. So when you go visit him, that's when you drop the bomb on him that, hey, I want this to be more serious, and preferably I want us to get engaged. Now, I don't know if she's planning on him, that if she wants him to ask her while she is there in Barbados now or along the road. But it kind of sounds like she wants to walk away with a commitment, and I do not see Steven as doing that, because if you back a man in the corner, the man's not going to do what you want him to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to let the man want to do what he wants to do. But here is also what really just flabbergasted me. You actually think that his mother was going to rat on her son? Do you actually think that? So she goes, her and his mother goes into the kitchen, and she thought that, okay, let's have some girl talk. So she basically asked his mom, hey, does Steven ever bring any other girls around? And I was thinking, you think his mom gonna tell you that? Do you think that her loyalty remains with her son? And the mother told the cameras that even if she knew that Steven was cheating, she wouldn't tell her. She said she would go to her son. I mean, duh. But she tells Martine, I'm not going to let my son just bring anybody to the house. And you're the first woman that he's brought to the house. So that really didn't tell her anything. That told me, no, he don't have booty calls at my house, honey. He does that at the hotels that he works at after he DJs his sets, okay? Let's see what else is going on with them. Basically, she's still having trust issues. And that's another reason why you two shouldn't commit, because if you can't trust a man, you think a ring is going to make you trust him any more or any less? I don't think so. And we did hear Steven say that, by the time she is getting ready to go, he is going to make his decision on whether or not, he wants to actually make this thing work, or is it a waste of time? That's pretty much all I gotta say about this couple. And speaking of Russian, Russian teens. Let's talk about Ariana and Sheldon. Sherlon. I said Sheldon. I ain't cutting that out. I said Sheldon. Now, Sherlon, I'm on your side on this one. See, this is why I like this show. I like this particular 90 Day Fiance spinoff, because they actually show the other side of someone that's not from this country moving to America. Because a lot of them don't want to come to America. Okay? Let's make that perfectly clear. Now, there are some that do. They want that green card. But there's a lot of them that don't. And Sherlon is one of these people. So I feel like Ariana is rushing things. You've only known the man for 17 days. 17 days while vacationing in Jamaica. You and him did the do. And I'm still trying to find out if you were one of the people at the nudist colony that he works at night. Were you one of those participants? Because I got a feeling that you're not saying everything, Ariana. And I don't like the fact that you are forcing this man into marriage because you guys were, decided to lay down unprotected. You left Jamaica with the baby in your belly. You guys were not in a relationship. It was not planned. And now you are forcing this man to have to leave his country, leave his family, friends, his business that he has with his dad, that is ran off of tourism. Because that's how you met him. And because you're pregnant, now he has to drop everything and come to America. Now you decide to go to Jamaica with your mom and your sister to try to force him to see an immigration lawyer to apply for a K-1 visa. When this man keeps telling you that he is not ready to get married because he doesn't really know you. Y'all don't know each other. And just because you're pregnant, that's not going to, you guys know where I'm coming from on this one. A baby does not solidify a relationship. And you want this man to move everything to come marry you. And then this man is telling you that, hey, Jamaica, like all over the whole world, we're in a global pandemic. My money is dried up because he makes his money off of tourism. And now you guys, he's telling you that, he's expressing that to you, and you're like, that's not my concern. My concern is I'm about to drop this baby, and you need to be in America to drop this baby. Coming to America is not going to make Sherlon want you anymore. If anything, it's probably going to make him leave you even faster. I'm just saying. And then you want to send out your goon squad, your mom and your sis, to basically push him in the corner and basically say, hey, you need to apply for this, K-1 visa. I don't know how many times this man got to tell you he don't want to get married. It's like, I don't know. I don't know with these women. I don't understand what's the rush for marriage. Okay, you're having a baby. People have babies every day, baby. Every single day. So then, now she's crying because she feels like Sherlon, it just doesn't want to commit to her because now, she's having his baby. Now you having my baby. And it means so much to me. But girl, you just need to calm down. Calm down. Let the man come on the tourist visa. Let him get the feel of things. And you let him decide whether or not he wants to move to America. Because girl, you're going to ask for something that, you're going to regret. Forcing someone, that's not cool. This whole episode was about force. And speaking of force, let's talk about Key and Mark, okay, as he likes to call her. Now, Mark finally asks Kay about her past. Finally asks Kay why they divorced. Kay told him that basically they divorced because her ex-husband was always working, always out of town, never paid her any attention, never went to spend time with her. When he was at home, he was behind the TV, watching in front of a TV, watching games, on top games, or he was in front of his computer. He never took her dancing and never took her out, never showed any appreciation. So she went out and she cheated on him. And then he found out about it, and that's why he divorced her. And that's what she forgot to say. She didn't divorce him. He divorced her. she got a little emotional, not too much. Then Mark said, well, hey, I'm so scared that Key is going to cheat on me too. If we're not in a committed relationship. She cheated while she was in a committed relationship, man. Or did I miss something? So then Mark gives Key the ultimatum. Either you come with me back to California or this is not going to work. Because basically I don't trust you. And I'm tired of living apart. I don't trust you. And the only way I would trust you if you're in America. And Key is like, I don't, in her head, she's like, I don't want to come to America. She said that in the first episode. She didn't want to come to America. She told him, I don't like these ultimatums that you're giving me. Like, it's just not cool. It's just not cool whatsoever. And I agree. I don't know why Americans think that people from out of the country wants to come here so freaking bad. Because that's so far from the truth. So far from the truth. And I don't know about Keith, but if that was me and he gives me the ultimatum like that, take your ass back to Cali. The hell? Well, she told me that she'll think about it, but I already know this ain't gonna work for Key because Key don't like that. She just came out of doing her little rehab thing and she's trying to live free. And I have a feeling that if she goes living with Mark, she ain't gonna be free. She is not gonna be free. And what else? Who else did we? Oh, Amber and Daniel. Okay, first of all, Amber, I want to know. You wanted Danielle to take you out. Okay, the night they're in Costa Rica, night out on the town. But. You mean to tell me that you went out on a night out on the town looking like you was going to a Zoom meeting? What kind of outfit was that? Oh my God, girl, you in Costa Rica, girl. You supposed to have showed out. You're supposed to be like, these island bitches could never. She had on a shirt. I mean, it was, oh no. But anyways, they go out, they meet up with Daniel's brother and his friends. They're having a good time. They're out there dancing and whatnot. And then they sit down, they start chatting. And then next thing you know, Daniel gets up, goes to the bar to get them some drinks. And then Amber sees this girl walk up to Daniel. I guess, Daniel's waiting for his drink. And the girl's just talking to him, waiting on her drink. And Amber gets all mad, walks up to them and was like, hello? Karen's here. Hello. I said, wait for that. Hello. What the hell? He's like, what? I'm just talking to her while I'm waiting to get my drink. Oh, how dare you talk to a human being while I'm here? You should be talking to no girls. I pay your bills. I'm your sugar mama. I need a sugar mama to come pay my bills. Pay my bills. Cause I'm broke now. That's probably what Daniel was singing when they met online. Or vacation, wherever they met at. She probably heard that in the background. I need a sugar mama to come pay my bills. Pay my bills. But she gets mad because she sees Daniel talking to another girl. And, she said that Daniel has cheated on her before. Well, she got cheated on by her ex-boyfriend before, and she's not about to go through that now. And then so, they get back to the table, and she's all fussing at, Daniel, practically about to cry. And that his friend said in Spanish was like, this is exactly why I'm single. Because I don't want to have to go through this. Fight every time. And I agree. his brother just, Daniel's brother just looking over there like, I cannot wait to get to America on your dime so me and my brother could go thotting out in these streets. Like, bro, like, big bro, hold on a little bit more till we get that green card. He's the only one on the show that wants to go to America to get a better life. He's the one. He's the culprit. He is the user. But, you know, a person can't be used unless you're letting them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel sorry for Amber at all. She's basically demanding him in front of his friends, like, I pay your bills, I do everything, and you have the nerve to be here talking to another woman while you're waiting for our drinks at the bar, and she waits for her drinks at the bar because I'm that shallow. Not shallow. I'm that what? Oh gosh, I'm in her voice. I can't even think right now. I am so, have low self-esteem because I can't trust my man to go to a bar long enough that he has to talk with another human being who's also waiting at the bar for her drinks. And honestly, I really feel like that 90 Day Fiance put that girl there for a reason. She probably was one of their, what it is, stand-ins. Because the girl was by herself. Now, I mean, I don't know about you girls, but when I go out to the club, I don't never go by myself. I always go with my little entourage. So the fact that she was there by herself tells me that that's a bunch of bull-ish. Okay? And I ain't buying it. So now she's upset. She's upset with him because we also find out that she was cheated by her ex-boyfriend who actually did it in her face. So she's like, listen, if a woman is breathing, you ain't talking to her. But my 2 cents is to you, Amber, if you want to keep the spiciness alive, you need to like put some sauce in that drip, because that Zoom meeting outfit was not it. It was not it. You look stressed. Completely stressed. You don't look like you on vacation at all, okay? You look very stressed out. And so, but that's pretty much what happened at the on this episode. I'm going to check my notes to make sure that I did not miss anything. I don't think I did. I pretty much talked about everything, the highlights that I feel like were highlights. But I need for you guys to let me know what you guys thought about last night's episode. If you were to rate it 1 to 5, 1 being whack, 5 meaning fire, what would you rate it? I would have to give this episode an absolute 2. A 2. And I'm giving it the 2 for all the people that's not from America that's on this show, except for Daniel. Who's finally, showing Americans that, you know what I'm saying, it ain't all what it's chopped up to be. But I need for you guys to tell me what you thought about last night's episode. Drop them 2 cents in them comments. And that is my time for today, my snoopers. Let me know what you thought about last night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville and today's episode of Love in Paradise, the Caribbean, the 90 Day Fiance spinoff. Also, let me know what you guys think about this good news. I could potentially have my first interview with the most favorite character. Let me not say character, cast member on the show. Now, normally I do never ask for a interview with anybody ever because I try to remain biased. But this person I really, really, really want to do my first interview with. And I cannot do that without you. So before you get off this page or this channel, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I want this interview. This will be so epic. I shot my shot and hey, it landed. So I'm really excited about that. And remember, you can always catch me on my website. That is Phatgyrlsnoop.co. And I want you guys to have a wonderful Sunday. And remember, my snoopers, it is PHAT as in pretty, hot, and tempting. Bye for now.